Good morning to all the students. This is Veena teacher. In the previous module, we completed this chapter absorption by root. In today's module, I'm going to discuss the question answers of this chapter. So children, you might have received one assignment sheet from the school website. I'm going to discuss the question answers which are given in the assignment sheet. Here there are few questions which are directly there in the textbook. Give any three primary functions of the root, four uses of water for the plants, and also characteristics of the root so that they are able to absorb the water, and draw the diagram of full grown root hair. Now children, in your standard 10 paper, these definitions surely come. So these are the definitions which you have to understand: imbibition, diffusion, osmosis, active transport, turgidity and flaccidity. Children, if at all you don't have the textbook, you can refer to my previous modules. In the previous modules, I have given the definitions with the keywords. You can make note of this definition from the module. Now coming to the third segment here, differentiate between the following. These are also very important differences that are very commonly asked in your ICSE biology paper. Here you can see exosmosis and endosmosis is the first difference. In the case of exosmosis, please see that you're writing outward diffusion of water. Outward is the key word, and semi-permeable membrane is also a key word. Similarly, when you're writing about endosmosis, inward diffusion of water through semi-permeable membrane. So see that inward, outward, those words are there, and semi-permeable membrane is there in your answer. So all the other differences we have discussed in detail in our earlier modules. You can refer to our modules, and then you can write the differences seeing the modules once again. One more thing, children, here, cell wall and cell membrane. This difference you have been studying right from your standard 6 or 7. In the case of cell wall and cell membrane, one difference is very much accepted according to the council answers, that is cell wall is freely membrane, freely permeable, and cell membrane is semi permeable. So this is the answer. This is how you need to write the answers in your examination. Now here one more segment is there in which from the textbook, these are the various questions that you need to answer. Children, you please refer to your textbook and see that you're answering all the question answers. If at all you have any problem, all of you are there with your class teacher in your class WhatsApp group. You can just text the question whichever you're finding it difficult. Your class teacher will send that question to me. I will solve the question for you and send it back to you. So likewise, we can discuss the question answers in case you're having any doubts and queries. Children, here there is one very popular question which I have put it here in the module. You can just see to this question. So here you can see that I think all the letters now. Yeah. Now here this is the cross section of a root. Yes, this is the cross section of the root, and here a diagram will be given like this, and based upon the diagram there are some certain questions which are given. Now here the first question here is label B, C, D, E. So whatever wherever you are seeing B, C, D, E alphabets, you have to label them. This diagram I have shown you in the module. You can refer to the module and look at the diagram once again. And name and define the pressure responsible for the movement of water indicated by the arrows. Now here you see the water is moving from the root hair. It is coming through the cortex, endodermis, pericycle and xylem. So here you can write that the osmosis is the responsible for the movement of water. One difference between D and E is also given. D is phloem and E is xylem. So you will write difference between xylem and phloem. And difference between guttation and transpiration is also asked. So guttation is a loss of water in the form of water droplets from the margins of the leaf, and transpiration is loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. Anyways, we are going to discuss about transpiration in detail in our next class. Children, one more popular question which can be asked here is, after labeling these things, you may be asked to, or you can be given jumbled up sequence of A, B, C, D, E and then you may be asked to write the correct sequence. So that also is a very popular question in ICSE paper. So you please be prepared with such kind of questions also. Now children, here since I am having the diagram of a root hair, one more thing which I would like to discuss here. There is one very popular question, reasoning question, which is asked, what will happen if this particular part of the root hair is immersed in hypertonic solution or pesticide or fertilizer? So fertilizers, pesticides, etc., all these make the soil water around the root hair hypertonic. So it is as good as keeping the root hair or the cell under hypertonic solution. So what will happen when you are putting the cell under hypertonic solution? They would be the less amount of water is present here, more amount of water is present here. So the water is moving from the root hair to outside. So a kind of exosmosis is going to take place. So you may be asked to draw the diagram of the root hair after exosmosis has taken place. So you have to practice such kind of diagrams also. Now in continuation to this, there is one more very popular question. What you want to do, or what you are supposed to do if at all you want to get this particular root hair back to normal condition. So the cell is under exosmosis condition. If at all you want to get the cell back to turgid condition, what you have to do? You have to immerse this particular cell in either hypotonic solution or water. So when you put this particular cell under hypotonic solution or water, what will happen? The endosmosis will take place, and after endosmosis, whatever root hair you are seeing, that root hair will once again come back to the normal condition. So these are the kinds of questions which are usually seen in your ICSE paper. Okay children, now I'll just give you brief introduction about the chapter transpiration. Transpiration is actually in continuation with absorption of water by roots. Now transpiration, there are two definitions which are given here in these particular definitions. Evaporative loss of water from aerial parts of the plant. Evaporative loss. Evaporative is a keyword, aerial parts of the plant is keyword. Now otherwise you can also write this in this particular way. Loss of water in the form of water vapor from green stem and leaves. So remember children, aerial parts of the plant are the parts of the plant which are above the ground. So the roots, in the roots there is no transpiration that is going to take place. So transpiration is going to take place only on the parts of the plant which are above the ground level. So here green stem, leaves, even the barks of the tree also transpiration takes place because they have lenticels. So you have to write the definition in this particular manner with the keywords. Now transpiration has two uses. One is to create suction force to absorb the water from the roots. As transpiration takes place from the aerial part of the plant, a kind of a deficiency in water is created in the roots, and this deficiency will encourage the root to take up more amount of water. So this creates a force called suction force, because of which more amount of water is absorbed by the roots of the plant. And second most important reason is it cools the plant during the hot weather. So during the hot weather, the plant is also under hot conditions, so it gives much cooling to the plant during this hot weather. Now here you can see the transpiration, what is the importance of transpiration, or what happens during the transpiration. Here first is the water is absorbed by the roots of the plant. The water is moving in this particular direction, and the water is moving through the xylem vessels. It is reaching the aerial parts of the plant where the leaves are present, and the water is lost from the aerial parts of the plant, that is the stem and the leaves, and from here whichever part is there, the water is lost. So the lost water is replaced by the water that is absorbed by the roots of the plant. So children, we will stop our class here, transpiration. In the next class, we are going to discuss something more about transpiration. So all of you please solve the question answers of the absorption by roots. Thank you children. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you all.